When you see them beers and fringes, know we come to handle business. When you see them beers and fringes, know we come to handle business.
Shalom Israel, it's your boy Naquab. I'm coming at you with another video. I thought I'd make a video about why I'm making this channel and what you can expect out of this channel. So, also my qualifications. So pretty much I've noticed in our community, the so-called black and brown community, there's not much gun knowledge. And what I mean by gun knowledge is knowledge of firearms, tactics, safety, and all that kind of stuff. They might know, yeah, this is a block, but they don't know the fundamentals. They don't know the aspects of gunfighting and safe gun handling, also products and everything like that. So that's what I'm here for. That's what I'm making the channel for. I want to bring the knowledge of firearms, self-defense, and safety to Yasharala. Okay. Another reason why I'm making this channel is because I want a place for Israel to be able to come, ask questions, and not feel ridiculed or be made fun of or have any kind of racist negativity in the comment section. I know I'm on YouTube. I watch YouTube. I used to make YouTube videos a while back, and I know there's a lot of racist stuff that goes on when you watch certain YouTube channels, especially by Caucasians. Not saying that the YouTubers are racist, but I just know a lot in the comment section that goes on. Also, because there's other so-called black communities that have their own YouTube channels where they teach firearms, safety, and or whatever they do. I've seen some of them didn't know what they were talking about, but there are some cool ones that teach their people about firearms, such as some of the Egyptologist guys, they do it. Some of these pro-black, Black Panther Party type stuff, they do it. So I wanted a place for us. I don't know how big this is going to get, whether I got 20 views or 1,000 or 1,000,000 views. I'm still going to make this content to put it out there. It's up to you guys to spread it and to watch it. So right now I'm going to get into my background. Since I was 21 years old, I've been carrying a firearm professionally, whether it be law enforcement, executive protection, QRF, PSD, and the Army. In some form or fashion, I've been carrying a firearm professionally, not as a civilian, but professionally, since I was 21. That's about 12 or 13 years. So let's get into my background. I got 5 years in the Army, 11 Bravo, 10 Mountain Division, 4th Brigade. I deployed to Iraq from 07 to 09. After that, I got out of the military. I went to private law enforcement in California. I did that for about 2 years. I did it about almost a year after I got out, and I had done it prior to me going in. I did executive protection. I've been doing that since around, I want to say 2013. And if you're watching right now, it's 2018, just in case you guys are watching this in the future. So I got a little bit of that time under my belt. QRF and PSD, same amount of time. Plus I did that in the military. I worked at a class 3 dealer, firearms dealer, so we deal with NFA items, suppressors, filatos, SBRs, SBSs, things of that nature. Also, I'm an NFA owner, so I own, I'm not going to say a lot, but I own enough NFA items to where I know the process, I know what's going on, I know the laws and the states which can, I'm not going to say all the states, but I know most of the states that can have NFA items and which states can't. So in my time as law enforcement and military, I've gotten enough gunfights, battles, whatever you want to call them, to know what you can and can't do, what you should and shouldn't do, the best tactics to use. As EP, I haven't gotten a gunfight. So I guess that's a good thing, because that's what the job is supposed to be. And government security, that was pretty much more just posturing and carrying rifles and pistols and everything like that. So I know a little bit about the gear you should want, the gear you should have, what's more comfortable, what's good, what's bad, and that's pretty much what I'm going to do on that. And as far as what you can expect on this channel I'm going to be pretty much doing shooting videos, although it is the summertime right now in Arizona and it gets pretty hot. where I go to shoot in the desert. So I'm probably not going to be doing too many videos in the summertime out there because my equipment will overheat. I don't think my cameras will last 20 minutes out there. It'll overheat and shut down. But I will try to do some in the indoor ranges if they let me. And we do have an outdoor range that has a covered shooting area, so the benches and everything are covered, so it won't be in direct sunlight. Maybe it'll work out there. You can also expect, I wouldn't say reviews per se of specific items, but reviews on what's good, what's not, what to look out for, what to stay away from, and reasons why, and things like that. What else can you expect? You can expect me, Bob. I'm your host. I'm probably the only one talking on here. Maybe I might have guest appearances by certain people out. I'm not famous or anything, so I don't know any famous people, but just people that I know in the industry that still work out here in the Arizona area. I did get a couple questions on Facebook, and if you guys are following me on Facebook, I have Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You guys are most likely watching me on YouTube. So YouTube is the Armed Israelite or Armed Israelite. My Instagram is pretty much to my holster company that I have running, that I've been running since 2013. Right now, I'm taking a step back from it. I'm still doing orders. I'm just not doing the big orders that I wanted to do or I used to do. But you can catch me on Instagram at 50 Cal Tactical, and on Facebook, 50 Cal Tactical Concealment. That's the other page from my holster company. I'm not going to give out my personal Instagram or my personal Facebook right now at this time. But if you guys are on my personal Facebook, you know where to find me at. I'm pretty sure if you're smart, you can just type in the quad and you probably catch me on Facebook. Anyway, yeah, I got a couple questions on Facebook about home defense weapons. And while I am going to do that at another time, I am going to go through one of mine. I have a couple. One of mine that I have that I use for self-defense. All right, so here you have it. All right, so this is my 300 blackout pistol build. I was thinking about making it a firearm. I just don't feel like changing out the buffer to make it a little bit longer, but it's right around 24 and a quarter to 25 inches. So just under the 26 inches to make it a firearm. But let's see what we got here. All right, so we got an Anderson manufacturing lower. All right, Anderson manufacturing lower with CMMG lower parts kit. I got I don't know what they call it, the lower parts kit without the trigger guard and the trigger and everything like that, because I wanted to have my own trigger. So let's get into it. So I got the ALG ACT trigger in here. It's a real good trigger. It's a mil-spec trigger, but it's polished up and it's real good. The reset is real good. It's real crisp. The brake for a mil-spec trigger is pretty good. It's not like Geisley, but even though Geisley is the one who's actually making these triggers, but it is good. It's the best mil-spec trigger I've ever felt. I have another one in my other gun. It's a QMS, which is the lower budget one. This one's the ACT, so this one's nickel boron and nickel Teflon all through it. I got a Noveski ambidextrous safety, and it's using the Magpul selector levers. It's pretty good. I like it because on the other side, it uses a short throw lever. So this short throw lever is real good because when I take it from safe to semi, it doesn't rub my knuckles, and that's what I love. Now, even if I'm wearing gloves, it doesn't interfere. It doesn't give a little blemish or whatever you want to call it, callus on your hand. From there, we have a Psionics upper receiver. So Psionics is an Arizona-based company. They're based out of Tucson, and they have local government contracts. So they do a lot of police departments nationwide, a lot of SWAT teams and things like that. They even do some like private contractors and everything like that. So they make real good uppers and lowers. They're all mil-spec. They're all good quality. In there, I have what BCG am I using in this one? Oh, I'm using a Bell Zero nickel boron bolt carrier group in there. I like it. It runs real slick. Uses minimal lubrication, and it's super easy to clean, especially when you have a can on it. You know, You get all that particulates flowing back into the action of the gun, and so it makes it clean real easy. From there, we have DCM charging handle. It's the medium latch. I love BCM products. This gun has a lot of BCM products in it. You heard me name them out. Then I have the Magpul M-Bus sights. They are functional. They run about $100. I'm not gonna pay $200 on a pair of back and binder sights that I rarely use. I like them. After that, we have a 3x magnifier by Vortex. So this 3x magnifier is pretty much it's pretty good when you're trying to zero the rifle, and when you're trying to stretch it out, 200, 300 yards. It always comes in handy to have a magnifier. All right, I'm using just a regular flip to side mount that it came with. So the flip to side mount that it came with, you can see it right here. It's very, very easy. You just flip it and it goes to the side. After that, I'm using the Holosun 403 GL red dot. This red dot is pretty good. It's a 2-more red dot. I use it because on my home defense guns, I like something that either can stay on or comes on when you move it. And at the time, I didn't have the money to dish out for a surefire, for an aim point, like a T2 or T1 or anything like that. So I went with this. This was like a real good competitor for the budget market. So I think this has like an 8-hour shut off. So after 8 hours of no movement, it shuts off. And as soon as it feels the slightest bit of movement, it turns back on. They say it has a 5-year battery life. I'm going on like 2+ years right now. I'm going to probably change it out on my birthday this year, and it's still running strong. All right. I think that's it for the uppers and lowers. So let's move to this ALG handguard and why I have a Keymi handguard on there, because I do not like Keymi. So this handguard is 8 inches, and I originally had a 10-inch handguard on there, which was M-lock, but because I have a 10.5-inch barrel, there wasn't enough clearance for my silencer on there. So I had to get either a whole nother rail with another barrel nut, or stick with the same company and just buy another rail and use the same barrel nut. So that's what I did. I went and got an 8-inch. All their 8 inches are Keymi, so I had to deal with it. Under there, I have a BCM low profile gas block, and I believe it's a BCM gas tube, and a CAC Industries 10.5-inch melonite barrel. All right. Then every self-defense gun, I don't care if it's a pistol, shotgun, rifle, whatever, it needs to have a light. You need to be able to identify and get positive identification before you shoot. Okay. Also to be able to see at night, but you do also want to use light discretion. Okay. So I'm using a Magpul flashlight mount. It's kind of like a cantilever, so it lifts it up and brings it forward, so you don't get as much barrel shine or barrel shadow. It's hard not to get it when you have a can on it, but it helps out. And then I have a Surefire G2X flashlight. I'm going to pretty much be changing this to the build I'm building right now. I'm building a 5.56 Mark 18-ish type build. That one is going to be a firearm. It's going to be over 26 inches. From there, I have my can, my suppressor, my silencer, whatever you want to call it. It's a AAC SDN6 762. All right, this can is pretty quiet. It's pretty solid. I mean, it's as good as it's going to get. Well, I mean, it gets better. I mean, Surefire has good stuff too. But I like the ratchet system that he uses. It's very quiet, especially with this 300 blackout. With subsonics, man, it's super quiet. And with this overall length, this is probably about what an average M4 would be, or an AR-15 with a 16-inch barrel. It's going to be around this size. I believe this build over $1,000 in this build, but it's all quality parts. Nothing was skimped on. I mean, I Anderson lower, it's like $50, but a lower is a lower when you get down to mil spec. If it's a mil spec lower, no matter who makes it, it's all the same. So that's my home defense. Well, one of them, and it served me pretty good. I don't have a high round count on this because, like I said, it is 300 blackout. It costs about the same as 308. I got around 300 rounds through it, maybe more, maybe less. I think I'm right around 300 rounds. But I've been using this setup for, I want to say, 2 years. I've been using this setup as one of my primary home defense weapons. Well, if you guys have any other questions, you can go ahead and like, comment, share, all that good stuff. It all helps out, it all helps promote the channel. If you have any comments, you can leave them in the comment section. I'll try to get back to you on that. I'm pretty sure I will be able to. It's not like a big channel, and I have a whole bunch of subscribers that I can respond to. But if you guys have any topics you want me to go over, anything you want me to do a video on, just let me know at any one of those platforms that I gave you earlier or right down there in the comment section. So next time, Shalom Israel, Kwame Asherala.
Speak for justice, seek the truth. See, the trouble is with Jacob, but they hit the proof. We all sleep, but Christ came for lost sheep. It gets deep. Milk for baby, let get meat salvation. That's the point of why we